there's a legal matter because of events that have happened this week. We want to make sure that we're clear on everything. We want to make sure that we're covered legally.
Yes.
We have actually gained some legal representation.
Yes.
They're going to come on and talk for us for a second, just very briefly, kind of lay out some guidelines and talk to any maybe out there lurking for some potential litigation, a.k.a. looking for some smoke.
Are you going to bring them in?
Yeah, we'll bring them in. This is our lawyer. Just give me one moment here. Thank you very much, Joshua.
Oh, yeah. I usually dap people up, not the handshake, but that's cool.
Is this the right place to sit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very good. Very well. Can you hear me? Oh,
There's a microphone, sir. You might want to.
Yes. Very sorry. Yes, hello. I am Jamal K. Palestine, and I'm here. I am the legal representation of Back of the Bus.
Yep.
Now, I'm here because there has been a lot of litigation going out for reactors to the smash hit single of 2024, Not Like Us, from a certain individual who seemed to have caused some damage by that song.
Absolute banger, by the way.
We want to make very clear here today that, once again, we are the official legal representation, we being Real One and Real One's partners here in Columbus, Ohio, are the legal representation officially of Back of the Bus. Yep. And we will meet any mentions of any pending lawsuits, any pending litigations with our own counter litigation for libel and slander.
Facts.
Yes. So we want all of the quote unquote, for lack thereof a better term, OV hoes to know that we will meet force in these matters, and if you see fit to bring any strikes, claims, or allegations against us, to bring them quietly and thus forth.
We're going to own OVO by the time this is over, Playboy. Don't even try it.
Very well. You have a good stream there, sir.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, next time, get that together. It's... all right, that'll work for now.
Very good, squad homies. Good day.
Peace, brother. Appreciate you.
JamalKPalestine.com if you need any legal representation.
You're not talking to the mic no more. They can't hear you, Playboy. So that was our lawyer. Don't ask why his hair up here is black and his hair down here is brown. Don't ask. But that was our lawyer. That was an official statement. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? Any kind of pending lawsuits against any other reactors, namely the Back of the Bus, you know what I'm saying? You play around, you fuck around, you find out. You feel me? That's basically what he said, but I'm just saying it in,
All right, Jamal,
nigga terms.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. That was Jamal K. Palestine. If anybody has any legal issues with any
Jason
OVO
Worker
hoes.
says, any relationship to Roman J. Israel? I don't know who that is. Who's that?
I have no clue.
I don't know who that is.
No clue.
Yeah, man. Are we starting into?
Yeah, no, we can go ahead and start with Drizzy Drake. We can start there. It's a good part.
Yeah. So obviously he's first of all, to start off the week, he withdrew from his petition of trying to find, obviously any kind of evidence that supported his lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And then the next day he went through and filed the lawsuit for defamation against UMG for promoting Not Like Us, which is, dog, I don't know who you're listening to besides your lawyers. Obviously, your lawyers want this.
I
don't
don't
think.
think. I don't know if his lawyers are advising him to do this. This feels like a do what I'm asking you.
They're not advising him.
Yeah.
But they're taking his check.
Yeah, they're taking the money.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll do what you ask us to do. I mean.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, who are you listening to? Who's advising you to do any of this? Everybody else is telling you you're an idiot, you're a bitch, you're this, that. I don't know how this works in your favor. I really don't. And I'll talk about it here in a little bit. But
this is a situation where even a win, like legally, is not a win for him.
Yes.
It's not a win.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, like, here's what I don't understand. And a lot of OV hoes, especially on Twitter, will tell you, like, he's doing this in an effort to maybe free himself or maybe negotiate himself into a better position. Here's my thoughts on that. Since you clearly don't understand why we say it's over for Drake, what does he do after this? Right? He's already tried to release music on his own. That has not worked. Nobody's listening to it. Shit don't hit the same. It doesn't work. So he can't go back to Universal because Universal's likely going to be like, fuck you. And then there's 3 other major labels where he can go, I guess, as far as a major label standpoint. They're not going to want to touch him. He's radioactive. He's not hot in the streets right now. And even if they take him at a discount, there's no promise that they're going to get their money back. So why would any other label touch him?
I think the best case scenario for him is to get a buyout that's big enough that he can sit down.
That's
is to
the
get out of
only
this
thing.
contract, get a buyout that's big enough for him to sit down and not have to worry about it and make money another way.
Yeah. Well, actually, I will say this. It's over for him as far as rap.
Yeah, that has to be done from the standpoint of he's sacrificing the persona, right? The idea of him that he's built up in a lot of his fans' head. He's sacrificing that now to be litigious against UMG. Like, he's sacrificing all of the tough guy persona, the feeling Drakey outside or feeling Oppie outside. I got a Drake in this bitch and it's not me. All of that shit is gone. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Can't be a thing because those type of guys don't sue. Mm-hmm. They don't even have lawyers for that type of stuff.
Or just in general, we don't sue in hip hop because of a rap beef that you actively engaged in.
Well, but he's the reason why I say he's sacrificing is because he's actively deteriorating his own persona, his own brand for the sake of this singular lawsuit, right? Mm-hmm. He is saying that UMG not only did the payola with the DJs and stuff like that to get it paid, and also Spotify, right? Mm-hmm. Not only payola in that regard, but he's also claiming the reason why, we had on, Mr. Palestine on for representation is because he's also been talking about the whitelisting of the reviews, mm-hmm. right? And how that continued to further the degradation of his reputation. Yeah. Fam, first of all, I want everybody to be very clear about what he's saying in that regard when it comes to the reviewers. Screwface, RDC, Kai Cenat, right?
No Life
Zayas.
Yeah, Bilu and Zayas.
A whole bunch of reviewers. I hope everybody can see what they have in common, because Aiden Ross did not get his name mentioned. What's the Dirt did not get his name mentioned. XQC did not get his name mentioned. All streamers. Anthony Fantano, a guy who's not even pro Drake when it comes to the beef, right? He's obviously he's
very pro Kendrick.
He's pro Kendrick, but somehow didn't get his name wrapped up in all of this. Fantano's clean. So what he's telling you is, not only is he naming only black creators in this lawsuit, but he is essentially making the argument the black folks ruined my reputation by way of UMG. UMG allowed black folks to ruin my reputation. All those white reviewers of my music, they're fine. They're good. No mention to name them. They're not part of the degrading of my reputation, even though the takes were pretty much similar to everybody else. It was pretty much a consensus that you got your ass drug and that this shit was embarrassing. Mm-hmm. However, the only ones that need to be called to task, the only ones that need to be mentioned in court documents, the only one that I'm going to mention, black people, please remember, stop going up for this nigga. What is up with y'all? The ones who still support, what is up with you?
I don't get it.
But again, he's deteriorating his own brand because he's saying that the only thing that UMG would have to do is allow YouTubers to talk and give a discount to Spotify, and we can create a new greatest rapper of all time. Right? It was me before they did that. They did that for someone else, so they essentially supplanted me. Well, if that's the case, Drake, then none of the accolades that you stand on, none of the accomplishments that you tout, none of the watermarks that you set count. They don't mean anything. Because it's the machine. That's the argument he's making. Kendrick owned an entire year of music, and he's making the argument that is only made possible through a label that he only has a distribution deal with. He's not even signed to Universal. Yeah. He's saying they can take an artist And just through a pure distribution deal, we can find a way to make the #1 rapper in the world. We can do that. That's what he's putting on UMG's plate. So if that's the case, then that's what they've been doing for you for 20 years, essentially. Had to be. Had to be. I mean, there's just no other way to cut that. If that's what they're capable of doing, then that is what they have been doing for your entire career, which delegitimizes everything we say about you. Oh, he's a hit maker. He's going to come right back. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Still no motion. You're accusing the machine of shutting down on you. It's very interesting that the machine is shutting down on you when you have no motion. He's drawing these connections. I'm not saying this shit. He is. So how do you ever come back into rap and start talking that, oh, I'm the toughest guy, I'm the biggest guy, I'm this, I'm that? No.
When you go fed.
Bye.
When it's,
bye. You went. Not only did you go fed, you went fed and told us that the only way that you can be popular is if this machine is working for you.
Which we already knew. The label controls that.
So I don't want to hear any more of that shit.
Facts.